Good morning, sir.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ సార్.
చేస్తున్నారు అందరూ? మ్యాథ్స్ పోయినసారి డిస్టర్బ్ అయింది కొంచెం. వినబడుతుందా?
వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
వినబడుతుందా?
వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
అదే పోయినసారి డిస్టర్బ్ అయింది కొంచెము, అది అర్థం చేసుకున్నారా? ఇప్పుడు వేరే కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్తున్నా. డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అలా పెట్టండి వాట్సాప్. ఇప్పుడే పోస్ట్ చేశాను, నిన్న చేయదు కాదు, అది మళ్ళా తర్వాత రాసుకున్నాను కానీ ఫస్ట్ వినండి. ఓకే, ద ఫస్ట్ అవర్ న్యూ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఇన్ అవర్ సెట్ థియరీ is universal set. Okay, we are going to discuss about the universal set now. Here you take the example of students of our school. Total student, suppose S be the set of school set, means S contains all the elements of the student, all the students. S is the set of all the students of our school. And similarly, suppose we take the 10th class students represented by A be the 10th class students, and B be the 9th class students, and C is the 8th class students. In the same way, D is the 7th class students, and E is the 6th class students, of course. Consider all these sets. All the students of the 10th class belongs to our school. Is it or not? Okay. The same way, since B is the 9th class student set, all the elements contained in the set B, these are all elements are also present in yes. All the 8th class students are belongs to set of school. Yes. In the same way, all the 7th class students and 6th class students are also belongs to our school set. Is it right or not? వినపడుతుందా?
వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
మనకు 6th క్లాస్, 7th క్లాస్, 8th క్లాస్, 9th క్లాస్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఈచ్ ఒక్కొక్క క్లాస్ ఒక సెట్ గా తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి. ఇవన్నీ సెట్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అన్ని కూడా సెట్ ఆఫ్ స్కూల్ లో ఉంటాయా?
ఉంటాయి సార్.
ఉంటాయి కదా. సో ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్ ద సెట్ ఆఫ్ అవర్ స్కూల్ కెన్ బి రిప్రజెంటెడ్ యాజ్, can be said to be universal set. Means if we are discussing any group of sets, if all the remaining group of sets, elements of the remaining group of sets are present in only one set, such set is called universal set. We are discussing only about the students of a school and class, isn't it? So when you consider this case, the set of school means the set of all the elements of all the students of the school. S contains all the students of the school. So all the students of the school, when S represents all the students of the school, it also contains the students of the 9th class, 10th class, 8th class, 7th class, 6th class, of course. Okay. In this case, the set S said to be universal set. Isn't it? When we are studying about the students of the school, the set S be the universal set because all the elements of the sets A, B, C, D are elements of S also. Is it right or not? All the elements A, B, C, D are the elements of S. If any set contains all the elements of remaining sets of the particular case is called universal set. The universal set can be generally denoted by the first letter of universal set is U, or sometimes we also denoted by mu. Mu means it is Greek letter. You have to write like this, mu. This is the mu one, mu. For one more example, we want to study the various groups of people of our state. Universal set is the set of all people in Telangana. Suppose by taking the people group, when we want to divide the people of Telangana into some groups, means all political leaders in one set, all IAS officers in one set, all teachers in one set, all cricketers in one set, like that. In this case, all these sets are, all the elements of these sets are present in the set of the people of Telangana. So in this case, the set of the people of Telangana is said to be universal set. When universal set means the set should contain all the elements of remaining sets, is it? One more example I will give you, number system. When we discussing the various number sets, here universal set is the set of real numbers. We know the R is the real number set and N is the natural number set. Z is integers, W is whole numbers, and Q is the rational number, and Q dash is the rational number. All the elements of these sets are also present in the real number set. Actually, we define the real number set is the nothing but the union of all these sets. Of course, suppose phi belongs to N, then phi also belongs to R. Suppose 0 belongs to W, then 0 also belongs to R. If -4 belongs to Z, -4 is also belongs to R. If 3/4 belongs to Q, 3/4 also belongs to R. If √5 belongs to Q dash, √5 is also belongs to R. So all the elements of the number sets, natural number set, whole number set, integer set, and rational numbers and irrational numbers sets are present in the real number. So real number sets. In this case, real number set can be considered as universal set of all N, W, Z, Q, and Q dash. This is the concept of universal set. Are you listening to me or not?
Yes, sir.
వింటున్నారా?
వింటున్నాం సార్.
డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి మాట. సింపుల్ కాన్సెప్టే కానీ కొన్ని some cases it may be difficult to you. One more example I will give you. Suppose A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A set A contains the 9 elements. The same way B is equal to 1, 2, 3, C is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6, D is equal to 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here A contains the all elements of the remaining all sets in the case. Here actually 4 sets are taken here. The elements of B, C, and D are present in the A. Once you check the each and every set given in the example, B is equal to 1, 2, 3. All the 3 elements 1, 2, 3 are present in A. C is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3, 4, 5, 6. All 4 elements are also present in A. In the same way, D is equal to 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. All these 5 elements are also present in A, set A, isn't it? So in this case, A contains all the elements of the remaining groups or remaining all sets in the case. A is the universal set. Okay, A is the universal set. Now we are going to discuss one more concept, that is subset and superset. Subset and superset. Okay. For example, A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and B is equal to 3, 4, 5. When you observe these two sets, every element of B also present in A. Every element of B also present in A. So in this case, the B is said to be the subset of A. B is said to be subset of A. The set A contains all the elements of B, or all the elements of B belongs to A. So hence B is the subset of A. Means in former case, universal set, the remaining set, all sets are subsets of universal set. Then now in particular case, when we are discussing about A and B examples, B is a subset of A. It is also denoted by B subset of A, like this. Horizontal U. Okay. This is B subset of A. Here we are discussing about the two concepts, that is subset and superset. Since B is subset of A, then A is the superset of B. B is a subset of A, and A is the superset of B. Means A contains all elements of B. A contains all elements of B. So B is the superset of B. Superset can also represent mathematically, symbolically, like this. A superset B. Actually, subset and superset properties are relative properties, relative to each other. How? ఇప్పుడు తెలుగులో చెప్పాలంటే అక్క చెల్లి అన్న తమ్ముడు లాగా అన్నారు. అక్క ఇట్లా చెల్లి ఉందంటే అక్క ఉంటది అట్లా అన్నారు. తమ్ముడు ఉన్నాడంటే అన్న ఉన్నట్టు. ఆ విధంగా B is the subset of A means A is the superset of B. A is the superset of B. If all the elements of set B are present in A, then B is said to be subset of A, denoted by B subset are equal to A. Here, one more symbol we have written here was subset are equal to A means B subset are equal to A. If and only if A belongs to B, then A must also belongs to A. The mathematical equation, you must understand that. When B subset are equal to A, if and only if A belongs to B means A must belongs to A. Here one more to note 2 points here. The first point is every set is the subset of itself. When we are discussing about the subset concept, every set is the subset of itself. A is the subset of A, B is the subset of B, C is the subset of C. Since the elements of A, all elements of A are present in the A. In the same way, all elements of B present in the B. Thus, we can say that A is a subset of A, B is a subset of B. When we are discussing, when we take any set, the set itself is the subset of itself. Okay. The second noting point is empty set or null set. Already we have discussed the null set in earlier class. Empty set, null set pi is a subset of all the sets. You take any set, the pi will be the subset of that set. That means pi is a subset of A, pi is a subset of B, pi is a subset of C. If you take the elements A is got 1, 2, 3, and pi is also subset of A. If you take the elements B is got 3, 4, 5, 6 like that, pi is a subset of B. Means since pi has no elements, so
హలో
ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగరా రే, వస్తాడు సారు. అది కరెంట్ పోయింది, పవర్ పోయినట్టుంది, ఇది నెట్ పోయింది. ఇంకన్నా మళ్ళీ జాయిన్ అయిపో. కరెంట్ రాలే మన మొబైల్ డేటా తోటి.
if all elements of set B are present in A, then B is said to be subset of A, denoted by B subset are equal to A. Here we introduced one indication. B subset are equal to A if and only if A belongs to B, that implies A also belongs to A. Then only we can say B subset are equal to A. 2 points we have to note here. First point is every set is a subset of itself. That is A is subset of A, B subset of B. Since all the elements of A also contain also present in A. In such way, A is subset of A, B is subset of B. The second noting point is empty set pi, null set pi is the subset of all the sets. Means since no elements in the null set, all the elements of present in null set also present in A. Means it will not, the null set will not contradict the definition of subset, isn't it? So pi is a subset of A, pi is also subset of B, pi is subset of C. What is the set of real numbers? It has many subsets. Already we know very well about the set of real numbers, natural numbers, whole numbers and integers like that. So n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 set of natural numbers, W 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity set of whole numbers, Z is equal minus infinity, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. All are set are integers. If n subset are equal to R, means we can also represent the n and R like this in the Venn diagram. Then later we discuss about the Venn diagram, of course. R is the universal set here, n is the superset, n is the subset. Okay. Now we are going to understand, learn about this concept by taking the examples of do this 37 page. A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. B is equal to 2, 4. C is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. F is null set, empty set, isn't it? Fill the blanks with subset or not subset. Okay. The first one, tell me A dash B. A is a subset of B or not subset of B? Are you listening or not?
Yes, sir.
మరి చెప్పండి ఇది. A is subset of B or not subset of?
Subset of B,
Check
sir.
whether every element of A present in B.
No, sir.
A has the 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4. But B has only 2 elements. Not all elements are present in B. Only 2 and 4 are present in B. So 1 and 3 are not present in B. So we can say that A is not subset of B. In the same way, C dash A. C has the 5 elements and A has the only 4 elements. What is the relation between C and A here in case of subset and not subset? C is not subset of A because
1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
A has only 4 elements. The one more element C has the 7. 7 is not present in A. To say C is subset of A, every element of C must present in A. But 7 is not present in A. A does not contain the 7 elements, which is addition to C. So C not subset A. Sixth one, pi is the subset of B.
B.
In place of pi, if you write the F also, F is the subset of B because null set is the subset of all sets.
Yes, sir.
Using that statement, we can give the answer. Pi is the subset of
B.
B. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
The same pi is also subset of A, pi is also subset of C. Okay.
Sir, B is subset of A.
D is a subset of A,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? B is also subset of C, but C is not subset of D. C is not subset of A. C is not subset of F. Simple, but we have to think more. Okay. Now, one very important question we are discussing here. Try this page 37 problem. In the examination, SS examination, they will ask you write all the subsets of a given set. Write all subsets of a given set. I will explain clearly how can we write all the subsets of a given set. On the basis of our so far discussion, we can simply we can able to write all the subsets of given subsets. For example, here second question has given that if A is equal to A, B, C, D, write all subsets of set A. A contains the elements, 4 elements A, B, C, D. Set A contains the 4 elements A, B, C, D. How can we write all the subsets of A? Already we have discussed that pi is the subset of all subsets. Pi is the subset of all sets. In the same way, the set itself is the subset of the given set is subset of itself. Okay. So pi is the subset of, since pi is the subset of all sets, pi is the first subset of given set. You start the all subsets for any given set with pi. Okay. Pi is the subset of A. In the same way, A is a subset of itself. So the second subset is the A. You must have, if the set A is called A, B, C, D is given here. So pi and A are the first 2 subsets of the A. What are the remaining subsets? We have to take the single element sets from the elements of the A given. Okay. What are the elements of A, B, C, D? So we can make 4 single element sets by using the elements of the A. So what are the single element sets? Set A, B, C, D like this. All these 4 single element cell sets are also subsets of A. In the same way, now we have to write the sets of 2 elements by using the elements of the given set A. Okay. In that way, how can we write A, B, one set? A, B, one set. And first element is A, the second element is B. So you keep the first element as same for some more sets. And first element is A, you leave the B, and the second element is C. This is second set. First element A, one more element, other element is B. With the first element of A, we can write A, B, AC, AD. Isn't it? How many sets are? 3 sets. In the same way, with first element of B, we can write BC and BD. If you want to write BA, B already came here. AB is nothing but BA. Is it? Now,
Yes, sir.
two element sets, CD is the last set. CD. If you want to write CA, C is nothing but AC. If you want to write CB, CB nothing but BC. Okay. How many 2 element sets are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now we have to focus to write 3 element sets. Here one thing we have to remember here. We have to write all possible sets by using the given elements. But one more condition is that no 2 sets are to be repeated. Okay. Isn't it?
Okay,
A,
sir.
B, C. A, B, C. Next, A, B, D. By keeping A, B and A first and B second element. And third element, first we return that first element, third element is C. We replace the C with D. A, B, C, A, B, D. In the same way, A, C, D, B, C, D. Okay. 4
Okay.
3 element sets are written here. Okay. A, B, C, A, B, D, A, C, D, B, C. No other sets are possible to write instead of these mentioned sets, isn't it? ఇంకేమైనా పాసిబుల్ అయితే చూడండి, నాకైతే పాసిబుల్ అయితే అనిపిస్తుంది. Now you count all the subsets of the given set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. ఇక్కడ మనకు 16 అనేది వచ్చింది. అయితే మనం ఇక్కడ పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా ఆల్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఆల్ సబ్సెట్స్ రాయాలంటే, ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు రైట్ ఆల్ ద సబ్సెట్స్ ఆఫ్ ది గివెన్ సెట్, యూ హ్యావ్ టు నో ద ఆన్సర్. హౌ మెనీ సబ్సెట్స్ విల్ కమ్, హౌ మెనీ సబ్సెట్స్ we are able to write for any given set. We have to know the formula, or we have to know the answer, isn't it? We have got the total 16 subsets. Now you check
Yes.
whether any relation between the number of elements of a given set are 2 with total number of subsets of given set. Okay. Here you consider you observe that the number of elements in a given set are 4. Is it right or not? 1, 2, 3, A,
Yes,
B,
sir.
C, D, 4 elements. Okay. Here the total number of subsets are 16. Total number of subsets are 16.
16.
Just we are arranging the elements in particular sequence. There is no total mathematics here. Just here only we are arranging, isn't it? So we can make the one relation between the total number of subsets of a given set to total number of elements of given set. Okay. Number of elements in A are is equal to 4. The total number of subsets in A is equal to 16. 16
వెంటనే
of
టైం అయిపోతుంది.
16 can be written as 2 to 2 power 4. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
16 can be written as